Oh my God, we're so cute. Right.
This was not on purpose. This is, however, the uniform for gayness, apparently. All black, throw denim over it. So it looks like you added zhuzh.
Alright, so hi, I'm Stevie. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Gaby Dunn. We've made several videos over the years about different topics like polyamory, how Gabby's in love with me.
Yes. I was scared of you was one of them.
Well, literally the title of my last collab with you is
my best friend
in love with me?
Yes.
But really we're answering someone's question about it.
I know, but that's
how everyone clicks. Everyone clicks.
Obviously.
So this time we thought we would talk about something we've never actually, well, we've alluded to it
yeah,
a few times on the Twitters, but we've never actually made a video about it.
Do you want to discuss like information about threesomes, or do you want to discuss how specifically we seem to be threesome assassins? We don't have to go into the whole thing. I did do a very funny tweet with you in mind where I was talking about where I was like, I'm so sad to not be at VidCon this year to have a threesome with 2 random creators.
I saw that. I favorited the shit out of it. Okay, so for the let's just like tell them. So me and Gabby have had 3 threesomes together, but we've never slept together alone.
And you specifically after the 3rd one said to me as you were leaving out the door, went, hey, let's never fuck alone, and then just left. And I went, okay, that seems right. No, there's like never been any like drive or interest or situation wherein that would happen. That's like not what our powers are.
If we do it enough times, we could like create a web series about it. Like I'm just here to monetize my life experiences. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is also funny because people don't really, not that they don't believe me, but they'll be like, I'm sorry, you have a friend that what? And I'm like, just for threesomes. And they're like, that doesn't, and I'm like, it does happen. Like, I know it sounds like it doesn't happen, but it does happen.
Yeah.
The first one, okay, that's VidCon. We were in a hotel which had different like towers.
Yes.
And so I was staying in one tower. How did we end up in a group thread?
Well, you both were flirting with me, and I was like,
right.
But like we flirted for like years before we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna be threesome friends.
Right.
So I group texted you and said, which one of you wants to fuck tonight?
Yes, you put me and this other person in a group chat, and then I
was trying to make power move. I like decided I was gonna make power moves that summer.
I love that for you. I think we both were like, or they wrote back something like, here's my room number. So when we showed up there, they had a roommate in that room.
Oh, I wasn't there yet. You sent me both of you sent me a picture of you together in bed
funny.
With like waiting for you to show up.
I don't remember that, but I believe that happened.
Fuck?
Oh, and then we got there and their roommate was still there. Oh, you
yeah.
came, and their roommate was still there doing push-ups. So we're just hanging out on the bed, like trying to be like, you know, like scoot your boot, and they're there doing push-ups because that's their nightly routine.
I guess
is to do push-ups. I've also continuously run into this person, by the way.
Which one, the push-up one?
The push-up one, and I'm just like, hello, remember me? Okay, we kicked you out of your room a few years ago. Lovely to see you at this very prestigious gay event.
So then we had a threesome.
Yeah, multiple people had their
And then
periods.
you left.
Yeah,
really?
I think so.
I remember that.
I left.
And we did the thing that you said later in a video that you hate, which was when you try to leave because you like to go to bed, the person's like, no, don't go.
2 in the morning, and you guys were like, stay, no stay. And I was like, I'm not sleeping here in this threesome filth waiting for this other person to come back who we've sexiled. Also, you yelled at us for using the wrong lube like a mean mommy of a threesome. Everyone's having a great time, and Stevie's like, stop! That lube will give you a yeast infection. Which, like, what a mood killer. Was so ridiculous. You yelled at, then you gave us a lesson. You were like, never use this lube. It gives you yeast infections. Just in the middle of a threesome. Like, Stevie, why do you think people are scared to have sex with you? Because they think in the middle of it, you're going to be like, how dare you use that lube? That lube, you know what I mean? Or like,
I'm dying. Listen, I did not bring you here. I did not bring you here to get dragged.
No, you act like on your show like I'm not an expert. I don't know why people yell at me about being a sexpert, but then literally you have stopped.
Just don't use oil-based lube in your vagina. But for your butt.
Fine, but a threesome was happening. Let it happen. Let it play out. I'll go get some meds. So let it play out. sex ed lesson than probably half the schools in Florida ever get.
Dead. Speaking of sex toys, thank you so much to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this video.
Do you have to show the sex toys? Show them.
Look at this one. Tongue flutters to stimulate.
That's amazing.
Flutter tongue.
If I found that, I'd be like, what a cool Tamagotchi. If I found this, I'd be like, I hope I never have to, well, it does say clit stimulator, but if you didn't know, you would just be like.
That's like a womanizer, except.
You would be like, oh my god, I need to change my tire. This looks like it'll help.
What?
Plug nuts. Clit stimulator.
You should name sex toys.
Oh, a little eggplant. Have you ever wanted an eggplant-shaped stress ball? Try this. Just kidding, it's a sex toy. It vibrates.
What? What are melting rose petals? Sprinkle rose petals in your bath and enjoy the relaxing rose petals. They slowly melt away.
Wait, I love this.
That's dope. You should take it with you.
Oh
it's
my
your
god.
Gift for doing this video with me.
My partner loves a luxurious bath. Okay, so the first one, that. What was the second one? What came first?
So the second threesome was at your housewarming party. You had a birthday party. You had something at your house.
I had I think St. Patrick's Day party at my house.
Yeah.
And you came to it.
And you were dating someone.
Yeah.
And I was flirting with them like always.
And they were scared of Stevie.
Yes. And then I I think I like gave them a lap dance.
Yeah, people were like leaving.
Gabby, is this allowed?
Yeah, and I was like,
she was like, yeah, and then they were like, oh no, what do I do now?
They're very scared of you because they like to take it to a point, and then they're like, well, surely
they're the ones that flirt so hard at people, and then when someone does it back to them, they freak out.
They skitter away like a little cockroach. They're very scared. So you were like because also you're not.
I was like, we're not gonna have a threesome tonight. That's like not happening. And then all of your friends were like, they're going to have a threesome, we should all leave.
That is what happened,
And then they all left, and then we had a threesome.
Yeah.
But then the next day... Oh, do you have something to add?
No, I'll keep some parts to myself.
So then the next day, they come over, and I like to call it my threesome gift. I literally have it here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I got rid of most of it.
Well, first of all, you were dating someone and that lived in another state, so you slept on our couch, and then we all woke up and got pancakes and FaceTimed the person you were dating who lived in another place, and then I was like, I can't wait for all of us to live on a compound together someday.
That's the gayest thing you've ever said.
It was very gay.
Yeah.
Oh, we were at a garage sale.
Yeah, so they found me a threesome gift at a garage sale.
Which
I literally call it my threesome gift because they came over to my house the next day to present me with this gift.
It was a sculpture of a vagina?
It was a sculpture of a naked woman upside down.
Ah, yes.
And so like her hair is like flowing or whatever. So like hung it on my wall. It's like all over my channel and
oh yeah, you guys have seen it. Yeah, we brought it for you.
And then one day I walked into my living room and it was shattered on the ground and its head was missing. Like a month or 2 months later, I ran into you and I was like, how's it going? And you were like, we broke up. And I was like, oh no, when exactly did that happen? Because I don't believe in witchcraft, but what the fuck is happening?
And then it was like around
it
was around the same time.
Yeah.
So the threesome gift shattered itself. It was haunted by a threesome.
And then I put it back on the wall, and then it fell again, and I was almost going to text you and be like, are you okay? Because, like, this haunted object is, like, telling me that you're not okay, so.
Wow. But it doesn't have a head anymore?
No.
And wow.
Yeah.
You have a lot of, like, naked person art.
Yeah.
And so I think she and I were walking the next day and, like, found a garage sale and it had a thing that we were like, oh my god, even if the threesome hadn't happened, we should get this for Stevie. And then we were both like, is it weird to then bring this gift to Stevie's house 24 hours later?
I loved it.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, so that was our second threesome.
Yeah. Third one.
How do we tell this story without people knowing who it is?
Stevie and I are at an event. There is a person who I had a long-standing flirtation with, who I presumed
I had a long-standing obsession with, but I never flirted with.
And that this person had made overtures towards me. However, I believe
what the fuck word did you just use?
Overtures,
sexual
advances. But I believed that they didn't mean anything because this person's sexual orientation was presumed to not include me. I thought this lady was straight. Then we are hanging out, me, you, and this person.
So did literally everyone. So
yeah. Then me, you, and this person are at an event together, and this person we're all three talking, and this person tells us that they are in fact bisexual. I swallow my own tongue, and Stevie, being a full demon, is like, oh my god, and then this person says, I've never actually been with a woman before, and then Stevie says, without consulting me, by the way, goes, oh, you should fuck both of us. This is me holding my drink like, I'm like, this person's not going to say yes. That's patently insane. Also, but I do love the forwardness of it. And then she says, yeah, okay, let me just grab my stuff. And so I've said word 0. I've said no words in this entire interaction. I'm just standing there. And then, so then we like, she gets her stuff and then we leave and we take
But while she's going to get her stuff,
yeah,
I'm like leaned over to you and I'm like, do you think she's fucking serious? She's joking, right?
And I was like, why would she leave with us if she's joking?
But then she turned back around and was like, I'm serious.
Oh, I read, she heard
us. Put her number in my phone and was like, and then walked away again. And
she heard us say she's not serious, and then she said, I'm fucking serious. And then we take a cab together back to the hotel where we're all staying. And then also, this is just an after thing that happened, which is that we didn't fully close the hotel door while everything was happening. So later, a person told me that you could hear the entire threesome because the door was open. And
it was an event where the whole floor is all YouTubers.
Correct.
Yeah.
So just like a fun mess. Then we take a cab, we go back to the room, and then you do this thing that you like to do to get things started, which is leave. Immediately, you're in the room with the person, and you did this on the first one too. And the assumption is that I will get the party started for you to then walk back into.
Yeah.
And my reaction seems like too much, but if you understood the context, you would know why I yelled, "You fucking bitch!" And this person's like, what happened?
First of all, we played Spin the Bottle first.
Oh, yeah.
And because I'm a 12-year-old.
And she was nervous.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm going to go get water.
Yes.
And I was like, you fucking bitch, which is weird for that. That's a weird interaction, a weird reaction from one person to another to that third person.
So then the girl who's never been with girls before is like, oh, do we just like call it, is this like foreplay? We call each other bitches? Like that's how this starts? Okay,
I was like, no, it's the Stevie always leaves during threesomes, which is then also a weird thing to be like, how many threesomes have you guys had together? This is very funny on this girl's part, is that we're sort of like, oh, well, you know, she's never been with a girl, so we're kind of trying to be gentle and we're being a little like slow with stuff. And eventually she goes, I have to catch a flight in a few hours, so can we get this going? And I was like, good for you, lady.
All right, let's go.
Then she leaves to go get some sleep before her flight. Then you leave. It's my room. Then you leave and you go, hey, let's never fuck alone. And I'm like, and then you go, and then you leave. And then I'm in this disaster of a room.
Oh, you know what? I went to get water and sex toys.
Yeah.
So how fucking dare you?
Okay,
those were needed.
You're right. I'm really.
Those were liked.
You're right. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. I went to get the right lube. So.
Also, all lady threesomes are hilarious because it gives me a lot of slumber party vibes where it's like very...
It is true.
A lot of giggling and a lot of being like, oh my god, like, your boob's this, your boob's... Like, it's like very...
Like, wow, I love your legs. I love your teeth.
Like, it feels like... It always to me feels like a bunch of women's husbands went out of town and they got drunk and started like fingering each other. Like that's what it feels like every time.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel like an intense like relationship-y type thing. Because it's like either we just met or like we're not obviously all dating each other.
Yeah,
I feel like throuple sex is different. Than
with my
having
partner,
a fun threesome.
Yeah, with my partner it was a different thing.
Yeah.
Also, you and I were sort of on one where we were trying to freak my partner out as much as we could. That
was fun. Thank you so much to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this video. Go to adamandeve.com to get 50% off one single item and free shipping to the US and Canada. What's the coupon code you use for that thing, Gabby? Using coupon code...
Stevie?
Yeah!
I guess.
Right.
I love Adam and Eve. What good people over there.
You guys have to guess in the comments down below who you think it was that we fucked the 3 times. Also,
oh yeah.
Who do you want us to have a threesome with next?
That you think we haven't, and maybe like let them know if they'd be. Let us know if they'd be open to it. We're apparently out here just providing a service.
Oh my god. Wait, are you going to Klexicon?
No.
Why not?
Probably because they heard about me. They heard about the threesomes and they were like, she's not invited.
You should go to Klexicon with me in April.
Where is it?
Vegas.
Oh yeah, I'll go there. Yes. Yeah, I'll go to that.
Klexicon for you. Okay, bye.